This episode of Everly Heights Tales is brought to you by Envato Elements. If you're a creative like me, you don't necessarily have the time or the talent to create everything you need. With Envato Elements, you can download unlimited creative assets all in one place. Where do you think I got a lot of the sound effects in this episode? Sign up for a low-cost annual plan today at everlyheights.tv/Envato. That's ENVATO. Hi, this is Bill Meeks. I think I have it on the right screen. This is a live stream presentation of the last 3 episodes of Season 2 of Everly Heights Tales. Sorry, I just remembered I need to make sure that I'm streaming here. If you're listening to this on the podcast, know that I'm live streaming it. Over at Bill Meeks LA on YouTube or at billmeeks.com. Just because I thought it would be fun. You know, I've been working really hard on getting these 3 episodes put together over the past few weeks. And I haven't been publishing to YouTube because I've been so focused on the audio. So I was like, why don't I just go ahead and do a big marathon of the Danny Chance Saga here over on the YouTube channel, and to kind of reconnect with you guys a little bit as I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing after Everly Heights Tales. I know, right? Kind of scary. I'm scared too. It's okay. We're going to make it. So Danny Chance is a character that has been near and dear to my heart for many years now. I think I wrote the first Last Chance Detective Agency TV pilot about 5 years ago now. Kind of crazy. And because it's been so long, back then it wasn't even called Everly Heights. It was called Hocking Hills, based on a little town in Ohio I'd never been to before that turns out is mostly a park. But I put together this video that I'm going to play for you now. Basically, you know, describing the story to you. So I thought this would be a good way to sort of like lead in with this after show material as we're playing the actual episodes on this live stream today. So here we go. Hi, I'm Bill Meeks and I'm excited to share another one of my Hocking Hills scripts with you. Today, we're going to talk about the Last Chance Detective Agency. When a childhood friend's visit uncovers a crime ring, it forces a man-child aspiring detective to confront some hard truths. I wouldn't call this a ripoff, but it's hugely inspired by those kid detective stories that we all read growing up. You know, Encyclopedia Brown, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, filtered through action dramedy like HBO's Barry. Now, I've played with a lot of these kid detective ideas and tropes in my book series Dogboy Adventures, but it was exciting to appropriate them more directly to say something about our relationship with nostalgia. The daring detective duo Melody Trainor and Danny Chance are complete opposites. One is stuck in the past, Danny, and one is running away from the past and has been for years, Melody. This was the first Hocking Hills script I wrote, so I wanted to try and come up with situations and action sequences that could only happen in Ohio. Biggest of all is the Quaker Intercourse Mafia, which is based out of Intercourse, Pennsylvania. It definitely locks it into that tri-state area of Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. For the car chase sequence, I held rural Ohio in my head too. So, you know, the car chase goes out on an old dirt road and there's a deer that jumps out in the middle of the road to complicate things, which is something that happens all the time in Ohio. There are some connections to other Hocking Hills scripts too. For one, Leroy's Pub makes its first appearance. It's also a major setting in Noslu the Great and gets mentioned in the coffee shop. Mayor Brown makes his first appearance in a flashback in this, and then he comes back in very special during the Arts Board meeting. Now, my favorite part of this one definitely has to be the showdown between the police, the Quaker Intercourse Mafia, Danny's old bully, all set in the parking lot of an abandoned Chi-Chi's, which is so 90s, right? My favorite character in this one is the character of Billy Belly. You'll notice he has Bill in his first name, Billy. There's a reason for that. Back when I was a teenager, I weighed like over 300 pounds and got made fun of all the time. So I wanted to take that backstory and give it to this guy back in Danny Chance's glory days. And then when we see him in the present day, I wanted to infuse him with the optimism that all those years of being picked on gave me. This one definitely has it all though. Humor, action, a character obsessed with not cussing, biker mice from Mars references, all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm always open to feedback on these, so if you have any thoughts, you see any typos, or if you want to talk business, shoot me an email at bill@billmeeks.com. I'm Bill Meeks, and I hope you enjoy Hocking Hills. Yeah, but that was the original pitch that I think I recorded that video in 2021, maybe late 2020, maybe early 2021. But it's kind of remained the same beast the entire time. I've done probably 11 or 12 or 13 revisions on it. And the first episode we're doing today is actually not part of the Last Chance Detective Agency. It's actually a prequel I wrote earlier this year. Now, as I mentioned in the video, a lot of the inspiration for Danny Chance came from a book series you might know very well called Encyclopedia Brown, Boy Detective by Donald J. Sobel, I believe is his name. I loved Encyclopedia Brown growing up. He was smart, he ran his own business, and he had loyal friends and supportive parents. But a fun creative idea that popped into my head one day when I was figuring out what to write at some point was just what would happen if not Danny Chance, but if Encyclopedia Brown grew up and never really let go of that running a detective agency out of my dad's garage kind of trope. So that's what's the start of the series. And then once we get into the second two parts of this story, you'll see a lot of influence of Barry in there. Barry's irreverent look at the criminal element served as a constant source of inspiration while developing the three crime teams that show up in this script, the Raptors, the Quakers, and, spoilers, the police, fighting for the heart of Everly Heights. Now, the first part that we have coming up here is Danny Chance Starts Up. This is a pretty direct cover song of Encyclopedia Brown mixed with a little bit of Hardy Boys and some foreshadowing to the future thrown in. Like, one of the fun things about writing a story set in the present and then going back 4 or 5 years later and writing the story set in the past is you know everything that's going to happen in the present already, so you can kind of drop some clues and stuff. So, definitely check that out. I wrote this as a traditional kids detective story, a very traditional Encyclopedia Brown almost tale, with just a handful of simple mysteries that Danny solves for the listener. He's telling you the solution as he's coming up with it. Okay, and with that, I think that's all the preamble I have here. Why don't we go ahead and we'll get into the first part of the story. Danny Chance Starts Up. And then I think this runs about half an hour. I'll be in the chat room a little bit. If you're watching live, please feel free to join me in the chat room. And then we'll pick up in half an hour and I'll tell you some more information, more bonus clips, more director's commentary about the story before we move into part 2 of 3.
Tales presents The Best Chance Detective Agency. Danny Chance Starts Up.
Everly Heights, Ohio, 1994. The air tastes like hose water and grass clippings. They say home is the nicest word there is. And when you're 13, starting up your own detective business after reading a metric ship ton of Hardy Boys books you found in your dad's old boxes out in the garage, turns out home is the perfect place to start a business. My name's Danny Chance, and I'm starting a real-life detective agency over summer break. Okay, I have to run it out of my dad's garage, for now. Which means I can't open shop until he pulls his police cruiser out in the morning. But most kids sleep in late during the summer anyway, so I figure it's fine. The Best Chance Detective Agency is what my buddy Donnie House calls a shingle. It's just me, a lawn chair, a chalkboard, and a stack of my dad's old Hardy Boys books to inspire me as I wait for my first customer. Like any good hero, I have an origin story. The Best Chance Detective Agency started at dinner one night a few weeks before school let out for summer. I was sitting at the table with Mom and Dad. Mom's a mom, but she does charity work. Dad's a real cop. He says he's going to be captain one day, but for now, he's just Officer Henry Duplass. Yo, Mom, this chili dog is rad. It reminds me of the ones the biker mice from Mars eat after they save the day.
I'm glad you like it, Danny. I used that chili sauce recipe in the new cookbook your father brought home. You got it from that nice gentleman from work, Jed Albarn, wasn't it, dear?
Jebediah, the Quaker cookbook.
Quaker cookbook? Is this chili made from oatmeal or something?
The Quakers are a religious group from Everly Heights, Sister City in Pennsylvania.
Intercourse?
Don't say that at the table.
But it's just the name of the town. Am I allowed to say Brunswick?
Your father will explain it later.
Look it up.
Sure, I can use that new www thing we're getting at school, the internet. I wonder if there's a worldwide website where I can download new Biker Mice episodes.
Can we have one dinner where we don't talk about cartoons? I've had a hell of a day. Another shop got hit, right near the library.
Oh, Henry, not at the table.
6 stores in 6 counties, Allison. Same MO every time.
Do you have any leads?
Oh, I know who it is, roughly. It's that guy who runs around at all hours dressed like Zorro.
El Zorro? The Scourge of Central Ohio? I've seen that guy on the news. He looks so cool. They say the cops can't lay a hand on him.
Well, that's because he hasn't tried starting something in Everly Heights. Now that he's here, it's just a matter of time before me and the boys round him up.
I'd like to see that.
What? You think we can't handle it?
Honey, no yelling during dinner. Sorry, Danny. Your father is very stressed. This Zorro hooligan held up the trendsetter shop. Poor Mr. Dillon was all alone.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Dillon. He owns the shop with Mr. Jones.
Quite involved with Mr. Jones is what I hear.
Dad, did Mr. Dillon provide a full statement?
Danny, I'm not discussing work at the dinner table so you can play Hardy Boys. I promised Mom.
Oh, let him do his little investigation. You know how sharp he is. Remember when he found your lost gun using that big magnet?
That could have got him killed, Allison.
But it didn't. Give Danny a chance.
Fine, but make sure you finish your peas while I lay down the facts.
Yes, sir.
Here's what Dylan told me.
We'd just had a truck. I was in the back, counting the inventory of the new pinstripe suits. I didn't hear anyone enter. Suddenly, a man's voice, deep and raspy like a cute little cowboy man, told me to put my hands in the air. I turned around and was staring right into the face of that man I saw on the news, El Zorro. He had on that black cape with a big silver Z on his back. Quite frankly, he looked all that. He told me to face the wall, blade to my back. When I finally dared to turn back around, I saw a Z carved into our couch in an open safe behind the counter. Turns out, that sexy swashbuckler made off with $3,000 and her best cucklings.
Zorro is a menace. He's swiped close to $20,000 worth of high-end merchandise across Ohio since April. We've got no prints, no tire tracks, not even a clear picture of his face without the mask. Just a freaked-out tailor and an empty safe.
I closed my eyes. That was my trick. If I shut out the world and focused, I could see the problem clearly, quickly, like hitting play and fast forward on the VCR at the same time. The smell of chili dogs, the sound of cicada outside the kitchen window, the sight of my dad's eyes bulging in annoyance. I could see the scene Mr. Dillon described like a paused frame of X-Men the animated series.
Danny, you okay? You look like you're having a bowel movement. Eat your peas, they'll help.
Dad, WART-TV has done a bunch of stories on El Zorro lately. They always mention the Z on the back of his cape.
Every single time, it's his brand. A big silver-stitched Z right between the shoulder blades.
Then the case is closed. Or rather, it was never a case to begin with. Mr. Dillon is a big fat liar.
A liar? Danny, the man was trembling. He had a Z carved into his sofa, for God's sake. He's a respected business owner. Why would he lie about losing $3,000 in a pair of high-end cufflinks?
Because $3,000 is a lot of money to split with a partner like Mr. Jones. But if it gets stolen by a famous bandit, he gets to keep the cash for himself. The insurance pays for the cufflinks, and nobody asks questions. It's the perfect crime, if you don't account for the laws of physics.
The laws of physics? You're such a smart boy.
I don't follow.
Think about it, Dad. You read the statement. Dylan said he was in the back.
I was in the back.
He heard a voice.
Suddenly, a man's voice.
He turned around, and he was staring right into the face of El Zorro.
Yeah, so?
El Zorro.
And then he said Zorro had on his black cape and cowl.
He had on that black cape with a big silver Z on his back.
And that he looked all that.
He looked all that.
He specifically identified him because of the costume. But then Zorro told him to face the wall and put a sword to his back.
I fail to see the problem, Danny.
Dad, if Dylan was face to face with the robber, and then he was facing the wall until the robber left, when did he see the silver Z on the back of the cape?
He could have...
He couldn't have. If you're looking at a man's face, you aren't looking at his back. And once Dylan was facing the wall, he couldn't see anything but the ding-dang wall. He only mentioned the Z on the back of the cape because he'd seen it on the news and wanted to make his story sound more authentic. He was so busy trying to be all that, he forgot he doesn't have reverse X-ray vision.
You're right. If the man was in front of him, the back of his cape was, well, in the back.
Staring right into the face. He had on that black cape, silver Z.
He's trying to frame a fictionalized version of a criminal based on another fictional character to hide his own embezzlement. It's a classic Vinny the Grasshopper move from the Biker Mice episode, The Reeking Reign of the Headless Tailor.
I don't know about grasshoppers, but I do know a fraudulent police report when I see one. If I head over to Dylan's house now, I bet I'll find $3,000 tucked inside one of those pinstripe suits.
Glad I could help, Dad. Maybe one day I can be a real detective and fight crime like you.
Don't get cocky, Danny. It was a lucky guess, and you still didn't finish those peas.
Oh, Danny, don't listen to him. You are incredible. Your father would never admit it, but you just solved the biggest case this town has seen in years.
It was easy, Mom. When you watch as much TV and read as many books as I do, you end up learning how a lot of different kind of situations play out. Then, when you see them in real life, you just kind of watch the tape over and over again until you unlock the whole thing.
How clever.
Aw, come on, I'm not clever. Marilyn Voss Savant from Parade magazine is clever.
You and your Ask Marilyn obsession.
Point is, I'm just good at noticing stuff on TV and in comics and just, applying it to real life and stuff. It ain't nothing special.
You really do have a gift, honey. You see things other people miss, even really smart folks like your dad. Maybe you should start thinking about how to put those smarts to good use.
That was the moment. The big idea. If I could solve a mystery that was giving my dad grief before my chili dogs even got cold, what else could I do? Everly Heights was full of Mr. Dillons, people wearing masks, telling tall tales, who thought they were way smarter than the cops, or a 13-year-old nerd with cable and HBO. So I decided to set up my shingle. When I talked to Mr. Special about it, he thought I should come up with a stage name, is what he called it. Basically a name to help me get into character as a kid detective. So Danny Duplass became Danny Chance. The best chance detective agency. Danny Chance, owner. $5.15 per hour plus lunch. There. Perfect. With my shingle hung, I put out a coffee can for cash, a lawn chair for comfort, and a stack of Hardy Boys books for inspiration. There. Now I just gotta get lucky and score my first client. They say luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I read that on a kiwi strawberry Snapple cap once. Cool fact, but that flavor is garbage. When I'm bored, I like to notice things. Like the car driving by my house. 92 Honda Civic, blue, rust on the left wheel well. Speeding. Driver eating a Taco Bell burrito with one hand. Probability of an accident? 14%. Probability he regrets that burrito? 100%. I always go for the soft taco myself. Less grease. My first client. That was quick. Hey, I'm Danny Chance. The best chance detective agency is on the case. Money in the can, then I'm your man.
Danny, you gotta help me. I'm the victim of a liberal conspiracy.
I know Ricky from around town. His dad is the director of Cornerstone Theater. Ricky isn't exactly the most logical guy I know, but he gets better grades in Mr. Matheson's class than I do. And mine are pretty good. I can help Ricky, but first, I'm sure a fine young conservative like you can support my small business. I need a 2-hour retainer.
So you're becoming a businessman, Danny? I like it.
So, what seems to be the trouble? I've always wanted to say that.
Dude, I'm being framed. Mr. Matheson is on the warpath. He says I, or one of the guys, tried to pull a heist at Convenience Market.
Mr. Matheson turned into the driveway, parked, then stepped out of his luxury sedan. He was wearing a crisp yellow dress shirt and a green tie, and carrying a giant promotional cardboard box of Nintendo Cereal System cereal. A Swiss Army knife was buried deep into the side of the box, right through Mario's face.
Officer Duplass, I have a variable that needs solving.
Mr. Matheson was a math teacher at the high school, but he also owned about half the storefronts in Everly Heights. Point is, he could literally ban you from buying Gushers if your long division game was weak.
Bill, what's with the cereal box? Danny, you're gonna have to move that crap when I leave.
Officer Duplass, thank goodness. And Ricky, the gang's all here. This morning I had a geometric disaster at the convenience market. A masked hoodlum, short, wearing a black windbreaker with a big red R, broke into my storeroom. He was trying to jimmy the lock on the safe with a Swiss Army knife. I caught him in the act. But the little hooligan panicked and tripped over a stack of Crystal Pepsi crates. Then the knife flew out of his hand and lodged itself right into this Nintendo Cereal System cardboard cutout thing that the cereal company sent me to promote their failing product. Nobody wants a video game cereal. And look, the knife went clean through this Goomba.
I swear to God it wasn't me, Mr. M. I don't even own a jacket with an R on it.
Oh, I know, Ricky. Did you think I was chasing you because of all this criminal mischief?
I don't know. I came into the store and you were shouting, "What the devil starts with R?" Considering my name's Ricky, I guess I kind of freaked. Funny we were both coming here, though.
Well, I told Mr. Matheson here to bring any criminal issues my way before calling the station.
Saves on the paperwork.
Yeah.
Only one group of no-goodniks I can think of who wear jackets with an R on them. Sounds like the Raptors are up to their old tricks. If Everly Heights was a crossword puzzle, the Raptors would be the coffee stain hiding the last clue. Led by Dick Armstrong, a guy who's been in 8th grade so long he probably has stock options. The Raptors are exactly who your parents warned you about. Always up to something. That red R on their jacket is a warning sign for low-rent trouble. Just seeing them makes my brain itch like a TV turned to static.
Dick Armstrong and his crew. Figures. Bill, why don't you hand over the knife, carefully? Maybe I can pull some prints off the handle. I know we have a lot of those young thugs on file.
About that. In the scuffle, a bag of, powdered sugar fell. Covered everything. You know how I am about spills and messes, so I wiped the box off before I put it in my car.
Bill!
Well, I just got it detailed. I did catch a glimpse of the kid, though. He certainly didn't look like any of those Raptor hooligans. I know them quite well from detention. And from my transitional math class.
A fake raptor. Say, if somebody's wearing a fake raptor jacket, they probably wanted you to think it was a raptor. They're using Dick Armstrong's bad reputation as a fake out to hide what they're really doing.
Or it means some thieving kid stole a jacket from his fellow delinquent. Bill, I'll take the box. Danny, Ricky, stay here. I'm gonna cruise by the park and see who's loitering.
Can I have the cereal? I love Nintendo.
Sure. Not much use to me now.
Don't you want the night?
Shut up!
Owie!
Come on, Bill. You can buy me a coffee.
Sure. Toodaloo, boys.
Well. Guess I get a full refund.
Sure, on one condition.
What's that?
Dad doesn't get that I'm trying to be a serious detective. Maybe if I crack this case for him, he'll realize I'm serious.
But what do I gotta do?
You're coming with me to the Raptors' hideout.
What?
Once Ricky got over his lameness, we headed over to the Raptors' secret hideout, the Raptors' Den. A ramshackle little shack in the woods behind the coffee shop. Dick and his henchmen scrounged scrapwood and nails for weeks to build the thing, but it wasn't exactly a solid structure. Best Chance Detective Agency. I have questions.
Who the heck is Danny Duplass?
I'm, going by Danny Chance now.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Officer Do-Right's prom night mistake and his sidekick, the pocket protector. You lost, kids? Or did you come to ask for your lunch money back? Yeah, 'cause I already spent it on, bubblegum. Yeah, that's it.
Actually, Dick, I'm working a case. Some kid tried to rob the convenience market this morning wearing a Raptors jacket.
We didn't hit no market, did we, Ralphie?
Nah, Potts. We were here all morning, helping Dick break open that...
Shut up, Ralphie. I'm watching you, remember?
Watch your way, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Sorry about that. Can't trust the help these days, you know? Hey, if there's some scrub running around in a Raptors jacket, I'll deal with them. Nobody wears the R without my say-so. If this dipwad is playing dress-up, they'd better be wearing a fancy suit under that jacket, 'cause I'm gonna bury him. And if you're lying to me, Duplass...
Chance, it's Danny Chance now.
Fine. If you're lying to me, Princess Chance, I'm gonna make it so you have to eat your steak with a straw.
Danny, you look like you have things covered here, so, I'm gonna go.
Ricky, you can't leave. You're supposed to have my back.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I just got pulled into this somehow. It's not my story. But if you need a bodyguard, maybe you should hire one. Capitalism, dude.
Buttface.
Aw, look at that. Danny Chance can't even get one friend to watch him eat a knuckle sandwich.
Wait!
Why should I?
Because I know you're innocent, Dick.
Really? I mean, yeah, of course I am. How'd you know, though?
My first hint was the knife the thief stabbed the cereal box with. This is a Victorinox Champ model. I saw it on Home Shopping last week. It's got 33 features, worth about $80. Since nobody here used it to rob the store, I guess I'll just give it to my dad to put it in the evidence locker. It's a shame, though. The owner probably misses the glow-in-the-dark magnifying glass on this specific model.
Hey, my knife don't have no magnifying glass. It's just the tanker model with the Phillips head screwdriver. You know, the cheap one.
Potts! You running scams without running them past me first? You said you was here all morning.
I was, Dickie. I just mean, he don't know nothing. He's playing with you, Dick.
Nice try, Potts. But look at the box. The knife is buried all the way to the handle. You can't see the tools. You can't see it has a magnifying glass or a screwdriver. The only way you'd know it was a Tinker model is if you were the one who let go of it while falling over a crate of Crystal Pepsi.
It was a joke. I just wanted some gushers.
You wore a Raptor jacket for a $3 candy heist? You made us look like chumps for fruit snacks?
I gotta go.
Somebody stop him!
Good riddance.
I chased Potts out of the Raptor's den, past the coffee shop, over the walking bridge, and onto the tranquil botanical quad we call City Square.
Stop. Crook.
Not on your life, Duplass.
It's Danny Chance, and I'm taking one.
As I jumped, time stood still, like I'd hit the slow-mo button on the remote. My body flying through the air, both arms out, ready to grab Potts and bring him down. Sadly, I misjudged the distance. Badly.
Nice reflexes, Sherlock.
Hey, watch it.
Oh, crap. Oh, man, my leg.
Oh, wow. You okay, Potts? Because I still gotta take you in.
Did you push me?
Nope.
Trip me?
Can't say I did.
Hit me?
Didn't touch you.
Then how did I... Oh, fizzlesticks.
Danny, what are you doing out here? I was just coming back from lunch to keep looking for those... Wait. Is that one of those raptors?
Danny attacked me.
Son, if Danny attacked you, he'd be the one on the ground.
Dad, this is the guy who robbed Mr. Matheson. He identified the knife that got stuck in the cereal box without even seeing the blade.
Interesting. Any witnesses?
Dick and the rest of the Raptors, if you can believe it. Honestly, they all seemed pretty sore Potts was running scams on people without them.
Good enough for me. Percival Potts.
Percival?
You're under arrest for robbery, assault, and fleeing the scene.
This is some bull.
Save it.
By then, people had gathered. I could hear them whispering.
Hey, did that kid even touch him?
Nope, he just sort of fell.
Talk about some freaky good luck.
I guess I do have some freaky good luck, huh? Maybe I'll add that to my sign. Good marketing.
It was a decent slogan. What ended up being even better marketing was the article Mr. Special wrote about me the next day in the Everly Heights Gazette. It really got people talking.
A hometown hero.
The pride of Ohio.
The boy with the freaky good luck.
Later on that evening, in my driveway office, Mr. Matheson stopped by to say thanks.
Excellent work, Danny. Hopefully, young Percival Potts will learn the error of his ways. Oh, I brought you this crisp $20 bill as a thank you.
Mr. Matheson, I spent way longer than 4 hours on this.
Well, how about two $20 bills?
Pleasure doing business with you.
I thought so.
I'm still not calling you a detective, Danny, but taking down that big kid, not bad.
Well, just call it my freaky good luck.
Luck? Yeah, sure. But fighting crime involves a lot more than luck. Now get that sign out of the driveway. I need to park.
Word travels fast in Everly Heights, and before I knew it, I was kinda a local celebrity. The WART TV news team came to my house and filmed me in my driveway. Apparently their story got shared with the wire services and played on TV in New York flippin' City, which caught the attention of maybe my biggest hero, next to Dog Boy, Marilyn Vos Savant. She writes the Ask Marilyn column in Parade magazine, that glossy insert that comes in the Sunday paper right next to the Sunday Funnies. She also has the highest IQ ever recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. Her solution to the Monty Hall problem? Freaking awesome. You should look it up. To a kid detective like me, who sees the world as one giant puzzle waiting to be solved, Marilyn Vos Savant was a real-life superhero. I kept all her columns in a binder on my desk. They always got my brain moving in a new direction. I was as shocked as Spider-Man fighting Electro when Mom got the call.
Hello? Hi, Michael? Yes. Oh, yes. I'll send Danny down right now. Thanks. Oh, Danny.
What, Mom? I'm watching MathNet.
Michael Special just called. He said he has a gift waiting for you down at the Gazette.
Can't it wait?
Aren't you going to ask who it is?
Well, now I am.
Apparently, word of your little detective lemonade stand made it to your hero.
Biker Mice?
No.
Dog Boy?
No.
Then who?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Marilyn?
Well, I'd have to send a letter, which will take about a week, then... Wait. She wants to talk to me?
You better hurry. Mr. Special said he has to leave this evening, but she's very excited to talk to you.
You're lying.
Nope. Now get going.
Before I left, I knew I had to tell Dad. Sure, he might kinda hate my detective agency, but getting the attention of a national journalist was sure to impress him. As I rounded the corner to the kitchen, I heard Dad handling some official business on speakerphone. I waited around the corner, hoping to pick up some new crime-fighting tips.
Sir, we just got a call that Jebediah Allbarn and his crew were bothering folks down at Dixon Park.
The Quakers again? Look, if they're congregating at the park, just tell them to keep the noise down. I can't drive down there every time a bunch of folks look suspiciously organized. Call me back when someone actually breaks a law. Duplass out.
Hey, Dad, who was that? And what's up with these Quakers?
Goddamn nosy. Danny, what are you doing sneaking around? I figured you'd be heading out to prop up the driveway.
Actually, Mr. Special called, and there's a reporter up at the newspaper office who wants to interview me. Remember that lady I read every week and...
Damn it, Danny, why don't you go ride a bike like a normal kid instead of being the neighborhood freak show?
I'm just fighting crime like you.
You'll have plenty of time for that sort of thing when you're older. Be a kid now while you can.
Sorry, Dad, but being Danny Chance doesn't leave me much time for silly kid stuff.
Danny Chance? Something wrong with the name I gave you?
Danny Duplass sounds like a kid who needs a ride to the mall. Danny Chance sounds like a man with his fingers on the pulse of the city.
Duplass is a fine name. It stands for something in this town.
That's the problem. Everybody knows Officer Duplass. No offense, Dad, but I don't want my clients thinking I'm working with the cops.
Well, why the hell not?
Dad didn't get it. I was trying to start something special, and he was the only one who couldn't see it like I could. To him, the badge was something to be earned, and I was just some dumb kid playing a dumb game.
Well, why the hell not?
I just wanted to tell you about the interview so you'd be proud that I gotta go.
Kid ran off in a huff. Grow up, kid.
Sometimes I'm not sure if my dad actually likes me. Sure, he loves me. But I think if it came down to it, he'd trade me in for a tougher model. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm doing this whole kid detective thing in the first place. Is exactly the type of thing I should not say to Marilyn Vos a freaking Vant.
Hey, Mr. Special, I heard that you...
The boy detective with the freaky good luck. That's what people around here are calling you. I heard you might be the smartest person in Ohio. The world loves a wonderkind. I am one, in fact.
Oh, I know, Miss Voss Savant. I'm a big fan.
Just call me Marilyn.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Danny, I intend to ask you many things. For one, why go the detective route with your freaky good luck? Most kids with your IQ get into chess tournaments or debate club.
My dad has these old Hardy Boy books. They were sitting in a box collecting dust and spider eggs. I started reading them one night during that big winter storm back in '93 because the power was out.
So, you wanted to be a Hardy Boy?
It was more than that. The Hardy Boys guys were like the ultimate heroes. They didn't need laser vision or super strength. They beat bad guys with nothing but brains and teamwork. They were like rebels.
Rebels? Most people see the Hardy Boys as quite wholesome.
Not when you look at how the grown-ups treat them. Every time they find a lead, some sheriff or respected businessman tells them to go home and play baseball. They get told they're just kids or that they don't understand how the world works. But then on the last page, the adults are the ones standing there with their mouths open, while the Hardy Boys return the stolen rubies or whatever.
Validation. It's a powerful drug for minds that run quick like ours, Danny. Walk with me. Give me a chance to see how this little town looks through your eyes.
Rad! But don't let your guard down. This town has a high weirdness per square inch ratio.
Oh, interesting.
Walking around with Marilyn was like being on a talk show. I was the center of my hero's attention. If I'm being honest, it maybe went to my head a little. As we passed Gaston's diner, I saw Mr. Henderson arguing with Potts. Remember him from the Raptors?
Danny Chance, just the kid I need to see. I had a crime committed against me.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, this should be interesting.
This ding-ding raptor twerp stole my dig-dumb bike. I turned my back for 1 second to yell at a squirrel and poof, bike stolen.
Nobody stole your bike, Mr. Henderson. You parked it across the street.
I did not.
It's Thursday, Mr. Henderson. Street sweeping day. You always park your bike across the street at Leroy's Pub on Thursday. The Schwinn with the gold trim, right?
Mr. Henderson looked across the street. Sure enough, there was his bike, parked on the access grate outside of Leroy's.
Well, I'll be damned. There she is, huh?
I told you I didn't do nothing.
Thanks so much, Danny. Stop in for a free haircut sometime.
Aw, geez, thanks.
You're so observant, Danny.
Anybody could have seen his bike was parked over there.
But you didn't even need to look first. You just knew the town and the man enough to know what happened intuitively.
What can I say? Freaky good luck, right?
We kept walking, all the way up Springdale to Convenience Market. Investigation is thirsty work, and I had a hankering for a pineapple soda, only 52 cents. Unfortunately, Dick Armstrong was loitering outside the store, waiting on a down-on-their-luck adult willing to buy him a pack of smokes.
Hey, look! It's the smartest loser in Ohio, and his new grandma. You got something to say, Chance? Or are you too busy changing Granny's Depends?
I do not wear Depends, young man.
I noticed two things at once. Dick's bootlace was untied, and that there was a stack of empty plastic soda crates on the back of the truck vibrating toward the liftgate, held back by only a single frayed bungee cord. This was going to be easy.
You know, Dick, the center of gravity on a raptor is surprisingly high.
Then I did the last thing a bully would ever expect. I gave him a little push. That's all it took, thanks to the high center of gravity and all.
What the hell do you... Ah!
Whoa. Danny, you think he's okay?
I'll live. And I'll get you, Danny Chance. Maybe tomorrow, though.
We walked and talked for a few more hours, mostly sharing our mind twisters and brain breakers, but it was getting late.
Isn't it about time you got home, Danny? Your parents must be worried sick.
Mom, maybe. I'm sure Dad is only mad because I'm not out late playing football or riding a bike or whatever.
Whatever? You don't strike me as one of those whatever kids, Danny. If nothing else, I can tell you care a lot about things. This town, your detective business. I need to ask you something.
Is it another puzzle?
No, when you talk about your dad, I see this, I don't know what to call it, anguish in your eyes. I have to ask, is he hurting you?
Oh gosh, no. He doesn't hit me or nothing like that. He wants me to be more like him, which is all I'm trying to do with the detective agency and everything. One day I'll show him I can do it.
Danny, I think who you already are is pretty darn special. You don't need to try to be like your dad. Just be Danny Chance. That's special enough.
I'll do my best.
My advice? Maybe find a little help. Freaky good luck can get you pretty far, but we all need somebody.
Thanks, Miss Voss Savant.
Marilyn.
Miss Voss, Marilyn's article came out about a month later. By the end of the summer, everyone in the tri-state area knew who I was. I was flippin' famous. Business wasn't hurting either, which is why I was pretty darn thankful the day Melody showed up.
Are you Danny Chance, boy detective?
Yep. Welcome to the Best Chance Detective Agency. We're the best chance you've got. You're that new girl that moved in over on 15th last week, right? Melody, I think?
You know my name? Wow, you're Danny Chance, the boy detective with the freaky good luck. You know my name?
Oh, you're a fan. Well, despite what you might have heard, it isn't all my freaky good luck. My dad's a cop. He shows me a lot of tricks and helps me out sometimes when I get stuck.
When my parents told me we were moving to Everly Heights, I knew I had to meet you.
Thanks. That's cool. Most of the time, my fans are nerdier than I am. You seem pretty... Oh, geez. This is perfect. Hold my comic. I'm investigating a bike theft involving a local gang of no-good teens. The Raptors. Their leader is this big jerk named Dick Armstrong. He's an older kid who fell a couple of grades behind on account of lousy behavior, so you know how that goes. But he plays nice when there are girls around. Want to come with me while I question him? You could be my assistant.
Yes! This is like a dream come true. I'll work with you forever if you let me, please, 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 please.
Forever. That's a big word when you're a kid. Back then, forever meant the rest of the year, maybe the next one. It meant new Danny Chance case files and a partner who wouldn't bug out when things got awkward. I didn't know then how fast forever passes, or how suddenly a promise can wither under forever's weight. All I knew was this. For now, I had somebody, just like Marilyn suggested.
Freaky good luck can get you pretty far, but we all need somebody.
She didn't say how long somebody lasts, or what it costs you when forever runs out. But that's for later. For now, I just said,
Promise?
Promise.
And let the real story start.
Danny Chance has a partner. But what about in 20 years? When Melody comes back to town after years away, she finds Danny right where she left him. Will she be able to pull her old friend into the present? And are the school lunch ladies really turning porch pets into Monday's meatloaf? Find out in The Last Chance Detective Agency, the case of the Cafeteria cats. Next time on Everly Heights Tales.
Well, that was the first part of our 3-part Danny Chance saga. The Best Chance Detective Agency, Danny Chance starts up. A lot of fun, and it really just kind of sets up the kind of dark turn we're going to take in the following 2 parts. I want to go into a little bit of the why of Everly Heights. Like, what is Everly Heights really, and how does Danny Chance tie into it? So before the last season of my old show, The Fakest, I wanted to try my hand at writing some traditional unconnected TV spec scripts for shows. So I wrote a sitcom using the Herald Improv format as a guide, and the result was called Very Special, which eventually became the Everly Heights Tales Season 1 episode, Welcome Freshmen. Sort of a takeoff of Family Ties with a little bit of a modern spin and a lot of theater. Now, figuring out how 90s sitcoms worked got me feeling nostalgic. So that when I was going to write something else, I wanted to write a totally different kind of story for the next pilot. So I decided on a crime drama about a kid detective who never quite grew up called The Last Chance Detective Agency. And to tell the story of The Last Chance Detective Agency, I had to kind of dial it back and tell the origin story of Danny Chance. Now that we've done that, it's full steam ahead. We're going to flip ahead a couple of decades to visit a boy detective who never really grew up. And some cafeteria cats. Sit back and enjoy The Last Chance Detective Agency, the case of the cafeteria cats, and I'll be back with some more insight after the episode.
Everly Heights Tales presents The Last Chance Detective Agency, the case of the Cafeteria cats.
Took him long enough.
You got the stuff?
I got the stuff, Potts.
Ralphie here swiped the dope before those quackers even showed up.
It's Quakers, dumbass.
Well, we got your papers, too.
Nobody saw you?
Nope. Nobody.
Be honest now, Ralphie. They showed up when we was leaving.
Oh, great. You probably brought them right to us.
Well, I kept an eye on my mirrors the whole way back. Nobody was following us.
Yeah, Potts would have seen him.
Oh, Dickie, your truck!
Shit! Get back in the clubhouse, quick, before...
I swear it was fine when I parked it.
You gotta believe us.
Calm down, dumbasses. I believe you. I had a feeling this was coming. Boys, the Raptors are officially going to war. With the Quakers.
It's hot as hell in my dad's pickup truck, but I figured it was best to get it cleaned out, considering I don't know if he's looked through this thing in years. I found a 98 degree single. 98 degrees. I haven't thought about them in... Got a case that needs solving? Hire the Best Chance Detective Agency. 1924 Sobel Street. Wow, I can't believe Dad kept this. Finding our old business card inspired me. Gave me a good excuse to take a break and head down to Sobel Street to poke around at the home of my old partner in fighting crime, Danny Chance. As I walked up the driveway at 1924 Sobel, it gave me what we used to call a waft back on the old Buffy listserv. A warm and fuzzy feeling, like the way you felt when you got released from school early and came home to find Grandma baking cookies with 3 new rentals from Blockbuster waiting for you on the VCR. Danny's house was still a picture straight out of a Dream Home spread in Parade magazine. From what my old friends tell me, the garage door still opens every morning at 9 a.m. on the dot. The shelves in the garage were lined with a mess of geeky collectibles. Hot Wheels tracks, biker mice from Mars Comics, a paw collection mounted in a fancy picture frame. There, like he stepped straight out of the 90s, was Danny Chance, the boy detective with the freaky good luck. Now the grown man-child detective with a thinning hairline coupled with a softening waistline. Danny was far past his prime. T-shirt a little too tight, like he picked his size 10 years ago and stuck with it. He had on a pair of khaki carpenter shorts with a big cargo pocket in the left leg. Danny rolled out his shingle, a small rolling chalkboard he'd been using since we were kids to mark his territory. The Last Chance Detective Agency. Danny Chance, owner. $15 per hour. At least he tried to keep up with inflation. This is like a dream come true.
Melody?
It's been a long time, Danny. You haven't changed one bit. Talking to Danny was weird. Almost as weird as the first time I talked to him, actually.
The first time I walked up Danny's driveway, I was just a fan. His sign was more optimistic back then. The Best Chance Detective Agency, Danny Chance, head gumshoe, $5.15 per hour, plus lunch. Lunch was usually club sandwiches at Gaston's. Back then, it felt like I was meeting a celebrity.
Are you Danny Chance, boy detective?
Yep. Welcome to the Best Chance Detective Agency. We're the best chance you've got. You're that new girl that moved in over on 15th last week, right? Melody, I think?
You know my name? Wow, you're Danny Chance, the boy detective with the freaky good luck. You know my name?
Oh, you're a fan. Well, despite what you might have heard, it isn't all my freaky good luck. My dad's a cop. He shows me a lot of tricks and helps me out sometimes when I get stuck.
When my parents told me we were moving to Everly Heights, I knew I had to meet you.
Thanks. That's cool. Most of the time, my fans are nerdier than I am. You seem pretty... Oh, geez. This is perfect. Hold my comic. I'm investigating a bike theft involving a local gang of no-good teens. The Raptors. Their leader is this big jerk named Dick Armstrong. He's an older kid who fell a couple of grades behind on account of lousy behavior, so you know how that goes. But he plays nice when there are girls around. Want to come with me while I question him? You could be my assistant.
Yes! This is like a dream come true. I'll work with you forever if you let me, please, 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 please. Turns out that wasn't the case. Long story. But then again, that was a long time ago.
You look great, Mel. It's been, what?
20 years.
Holy jeez, 20 years? You know, I looked for you at graduation, but your folks told me you left right after.
I couldn't get out of this loser town fast enough. No offense.
Everly Heights isn't a bad town. We just have a few bad apples, is what Dad always says. Looks like the old magnet managed to pull you back anyway.
So you're really still doing this, huh? Angela Craig told me, but I didn't believe her. Danny Chance, middle-aged boy detective.
Middle-aged? Not yet.
How old are you again?
38, same as you.
80 is a lot of years.
Wait, so you're saying I'm older than middle-aged? That's kind of cynical.
Blame the Bureau.
Okay, Miss Fancy FBI agent. Detective work is the only thing I've ever been good at. Besides, Dad won't let me be a cop unless I learn gun.
Makes sense. Mind if I grab a seat?
Here, take mine. The doctor says I should stand more anyway. A regular heartbeat or something. I don't know. Dad says I should toughen up.
How is your dad? I heard he got promoted to captain.
Heck yeah, he did. It meant a lot to us, especially after Mom passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I heard about your folks, too. I'm guessing that's why you're back.
Yeah. A lot of shit left unsettled.
So you cuss now?
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
I don't, and you never used to.
Because we were kids. Wait, you don't cuss?
I have my reputation to think about. Who's going to trust somebody who cusses to uphold law and order?
Captain Duplass entered the garage from the house, and he did not look pleased to see me and Danny standing there.
Damn it. How many times do I have to tell you not to set up your dumbass detective stuff until I get the car out of the garage, Dan? It's Danny. Danny's a kid's name. You're goddamn 38 years old. Come on, Dad, chill out. I have company.
Mr. Duplass, it's Melody. You remember Danny's bodyguard?
Melody, you're all grown up. Heard your folks died. Gruesome stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
One of my best guys took the call. Another night, it might have gone different, you know? Between you and me, this whole town went to shit. You're lucky you got out when you did, or else you'd probably be a big loser like Danny here. You went to school for criminal justice, right?
Yeah, I worked at the FBI after I graduated.
FBI? Interesting. I hope they don't have you working while you're here. Even feds need time back home without all the stress of investigating.
They decided they didn't require my specific skill set for future initiatives.
They canned your ass, huh?
Yep. As sufficiently canned.
Well, help Dan move his shit so I can leave. He's going to take you out to lunch.
I have office hours, Dad.
The Hendrick girl can wait an hour to find her Betsy Wetsy. You have a former FBI agent here, son. If you don't pick her brain while you have her, you might as well shut down your little detective business because it's never going to do shit. Nice to see you, Melody.
You too, sir.
So, want to go to lunch?
Is Gaston still around? I could sure go for one of those open-faced turkey sandwiches. We walked 3 blocks over to Gaston's downtown. Bell ringing over the door. Smell of bacon grease, just like I remember it.
A truck explosion rocked Armstrong's yard on Route 40 in Everly Heights tonight. Police are looking for the owner, Dick Armstrong.
How's a Sammy, little lady?
Ah, this is awful.
Yum, chicken fingers.
I don't like mine.
You said it was your favorite dish.
It's not like I remember it. You changed the recipe or something?
Shut your yap. We use the same recipes for 30 years. See?
Gaston pointed to a hand-painted sign on the wall that said, 30 years, same food, same recipes, same cook. We never change a thing. Leave it to Everly Heights to make being stuck in the past a marketing strategy. It's all salty and runny now.
Same as it ever was, honey pie. Maybe the food ain't the thing that's changed. I can get you something else if you'd rather.
The coffee is fine, thanks. And don't worry, I'll pay for the sandwich.
You? You thought we was gonna give you your food for free? Hey, Thelma! You'll never guess what this customer just said.
Poor Thelma. She lost her cat a few weeks ago. I still haven't turned up any clues, although I have my suspicions. What if I told you the lunch ladies at Everly Heights Middle School were collecting neighborhood cats to turn them into Monday's meatloaf?
That doesn't make any sense. Cats aren't any cheaper than your typical low-grade beef.
They are if you swipe them off people's porches.
Are you serious? Think of the scale.
It's a theory.
Yeah, a dumb one. No offense.
It's not dumb. It's like when Dick's mom poisoned Billy Free at that blueberry pie eating contest.
Billy Free? You mean Billy Belly?
It's always been Billy Free. Everyone called him Billy Belly, but he flippin' hated it.
Oh shit, did we bully him?
A little. But you know Billy. He's too nice to say anything. You remember that day at the fair, right? Just like this Cafeteria cats conspiracy I'm working, it was a crime of opportunity. There we were, in front of everybody, presenting Mayor Brown with our evidence.
The evidence? A can of antifreeze we found stashed in the gearboxes under the stage.
You'd better have a good explanation for this boy's sudden illness, Danny Chance. If not, we'll have to cancel this blueberry pie eating contest.
I remember that day so clearly.
I remember your outfit that day. Overalls, one side down with a tank top underneath.
And my Nirvana beanie, don't forget. Wasn't Billy Belly getting his stomach pumped at the side of the stage?
Yep.
Ugh, my guts.
Mrs. Armstrong put antifreeze in Billy's pie to make sure her son Dick won the contest. Since antifreeze is a rare poison that tastes sweet, Billy didn't notice.
I thought the glazed caramelized really quick. Ugh.
Hey kid, you gotta stay still, buddy.
And that's how Dick's mom busted Billy Belly's belly.
My name is Billy Free.
It's not the same thing, Danny. Everybody knew Dick's mom was a nutcase long before that contest kerfluffled.
We should have called it that in the case files.
This Cafeteria cat conspiracy theory of yours, what are the facts? Without facts, it sounds like something a middle schooler would make up after one too many Salisbury steaks.
You've been gone too long. You forgot what Everly Heights is like.
To my eye, you're the one who hasn't changed. Same old garage, same old sign. You still live with your dad. I can't believe I came back to find you doing the same shit you were doing when we were kids. It's not healthy, Danny. I'm worried about you.
At least I'm not traipsing all over the world cussing like you are.
Newsflash, Danny. Every damn adult in the whole shitty universe fucking cusses. The fact that you don't is weird.
Don't say weird. Mr. Colvin might hear you.
Christ, Danny. We're adults. You need to grow the fuck up, dude.
If I'm such a loser, then why don't I
did not say that.
Then why the heck did you come to my dad's house? Just take your cussing and your cynicism and get the heck out of Everly Heights.
I took off after Danny. I mean, in my defense, I was trying to help him. I just needed him to see that. After paying the bill, I stepped out of Gaston's diner and surveyed the area for Danny, only to find Dick Armstrong instead. Dick? Dick was Danny's arch nemesis. He didn't look great, sitting on the back of a bench, nursing a bottle of whiskey, about 3 days past his last good bath. But then, Dick didn't matter. I spotted Danny in an old phone booth. His back was to me, but I'd recognize that hunch anywhere. Danny was thinking about something real hard. Too bad I had something to say. What the hell, Danny? I don't know what I expected to find him doing in that phone booth, but I didn't expect to find him playing Tetris on an old Nintendo Game Boy. I reached over him and swatted at the frayed cord where the phone receiver used to be. You know phone booths don't work anymore, right?
They work pretty perfectly for privacy, so get lost.
Danny, when we were kids, you hired me to be your bodyguard, to watch out for you. That's all I want to do, what you hired me to do.
The day Danny hired me, he took me to the Raptors Den, a half-ass clubhouse Dick and his gang of degenerates had built from some old wood Mr. Special tossed out at Cornerstone Theater. Dick called his game the Raptors, since Jurassic Park was big that year. But he should have called them the Minnesota Gold Rush. These kids didn't have a lot of prospects. There was so much uncooked testosterone in the air, you could cut it with a knife.
I took Jeremy Hahn's bicycle. What's Parade Magazine's favorite boy detective gonna do about it? Huh? You gonna ask Marilyn about it, nerd?
You suck, Dick. How about I take that frosting right off of you, big meanie?
Ah! She clocked me! A girl clocked me! I oughta... Ugh!
Great work, Melanie.
It's Melody.
Melody. I'll remember that. You know, being a detective and all, I need protection. If you can knock Dick Armstrong on his butt, you're the man for the job, even though you're a girl. Want to be my bodyguard? You'll get 15% after expenses.
Hell yeah, I would.
Watch your mouth! No cussing in the clubhouse. We might act mean, but that don't mean we gotta use mean language.
Dick Armstrong staggered up to us at the phone booth.
Well, if it ain't Marilyn Voss Savant's fucking boyfriend.
I could smell the black velvet whiskey seeping out of his pores before he said a word.
I still wipe my ass with Parade Magazine in your honor. You want to be detective? Fuck.
Dick lunged for Danny. I grabbed him by his shirt. Then I caught a whiff of Dick. Ah, you smell like shit.
You don't smell like fucking roses either.
What? What did he say, Daddy? What's a foot?
Cover your ears, dear.
Watch your language, Dick. There are kids around.
Dick Armstrong?
Daddy, what's a dick?
Let's get you out of here and grab you a dictionary.
I figured you'd be bunking at Hawking Correctional by now.
Mel? Would you look at that? Chance got his little bodyguard back. Tell me, Mel, did the boy with the freaky good luck give you a freaky good...
Come on, Melody. Talking to him is like pounding rocks with a feather. You can spend all day doing it, but you won't get anywhere.
That's it, Chance.
Dick twisted Danny's arm behind his back.
Ah, what the hell, Dick?
Then pushed him down. He put his dirty army boot on the back of Danny's neck and pressed his mouth down on the curb.
You just had to go and be a smartass today. Today of all days, after the shitty night I had. Go on, man. Bite it. Bite the curb.
Dick, I know where there's some scrap you can make a pretty penny on behind the old Chi-Chi's. Super accessible. Let me go and I'll tell you where to find it.
Don't you watch the news? Some asshole set my work truck on fire. My whole scrapping business went up in smoke.
Dick, Ow, Dick! Dick, stop!
Dicks like you never change.
Holy heck! You could always throw a punch.
Get out of here, Dick, before I drag you to jail myself.
Fine. Hey, Chance, you still talk to your girlfriend from Parade Magazine?
Here we go.
Hey, why don't you ask Marilyn how she liked Little Dick last night?
Some things never change, do they? Did he just say he has a little dick?
Makes sense.
Danny Chance. We took that bastard down a peg. Just like old times. Come on.
Yeah, just like old times. Melody Trainor stepping in to save the boy detective yet again. But you weren't here to help me stop all the other dicks over the years. You didn't even say goodbye.
I thought it would be easier on both of us by...
You know what the biggest unsolved mystery in Danny Chance's secret case files is? The case of the disappearing best friend. I had a theory your stepdad crossed the Grecos, and they put a hit out on you. But no, you thought you'd ditch me and make it easier on the both of us. Easier on you, maybe. I can't believe I spent so long trying to figure out what I did to make you hurt me like that. I guess the solution was in front of me the whole time. As long as it makes things easier,
Melody Trainor doesn't consider anybody but herself. Case closed.
Come on, Danny. I'm only in town for...
I'll call you next time I need somebody to leave me behind. You're just the man for the job.
Even though I'm a girl.
Bye, Mel.
You're not getting away that easy, Danny Chance. But first... You open? I could use a drink.
Welcome. What do you have?
G&T, thanks.
G&T, coming right up. Say, aren't you that trainer girl, huh?
Melody. Yeah, it's me.
Oh, sorry to hear about your folks. Old Roy was a hoot when he'd sing Breakfast at Tiffany's at karaoke.
Glad somebody liked Roy singing. Nice place. Rustic. I always figured this place was a front for something.
Oh, it's not a front. I mean, what are you talking about? Look, just don't look in the basement. Okay?
Wait a minute. It's not a front, but don't look in the basement. What's in the basement?
Well, yeah, I mean, don't look in the basement. There's nothing in the basement. Nothing, not a thing. Sorry, I'm contractually obligated by the government lawyers to say that there's nothing in the basement.
Whoa. Government lawyers?
Yeah, how else do you think we keep the snack bar prices this low, right? I got a nice check from the government once. Oh, sorry. Wasn't supposed to say that.
You said government. Do you work for the FBI?
Do I? If I worked for the FBI, would I be allowed to say I worked for the FBI? Come on. You think a guy like me could pass the background check?
Well, okay, several questions. I actually work for the FBI, but...
Yeah, I heard you were out there in Quantico. How'd that go for you?
I don't want to get into my background right now.
There you go.
Tart. Whatever happened to, that weird dude with the cane, Mitchell Smith?
Oh, you never believe this. His cane slipped out from under him right as he was crossing the railroad tracks. Let's just say, well, they found part of the cane about half a mile away.
I mean, did they send half the cane back to the family? Like, what about his family? I mean,
well,
I used to hang out with his daughter a lot.
Yeah, Myrtle wanted to have a statue made and have half the cane put into it, but, well, nobody else really liked him that much in town, so the statue idea sort of fell to the wayside.
I can see that. Say, you know Danny Duplass?
Good old Danny Chance? Of course I know him. He saved my skin once or twice. Why, just last Christmas, he caught my bar back stealing liquor and some kind of swap scam. I remember you two running around together back in the day. Quite the team you were.
Yeah, things change, I guess. Even in this town. Tell me, is he happy? Does he have any friends or a girlfriend or anything?
Not that I've seen. He's busted half this town for one thing or another, so most folks mostly hate him until they need him, but you know how that goes.
It's hard to believe he has enough customers to stay in business. Everly Heights has one of the lowest crime rates in the country.
Well, if you don't count that mess down in Dixon Park back in the 90s.
I was gone by then.
Well, there's a lot of piddly stuff goes on. A kid's bike gets smashed, and old Beatty gets her pie stolen while it's cooling on the windowsill. You think Duplass's boys are going to take cases like that? Well, see, the captain was smart. He trained his kid to deal with the piddly stuff, so the cops can harass the rest of us.
What about when the big stuff happens, like the Red Wagon murders a couple years back?
Well, I saw on the news Danny returned that wagon to its owner. Wasn't involved otherwise. His dad still shields him from the harder stuff, murder and whatnot.
That's great news.
How do you mean?
I thought Danny was stuck in the past, but his dad's the one holding him back. Which means I can break him out of this rut. I got a jet. That 20 should cover the drink. Thanks, Mr. Brown.
Hey, you're grown now. It's just Leroy.
Right, Leroy. Say, you don't happen to know where Dick Armstrong hangs out these days, do you?
A lot of scroungers like him go to the library during the day for restrooms and free air conditioning. Why do you want to find that sack of crap anyway?
Because he's going to help me make Danny Chance grow the hell up. I made my way down to the Franklin W. Dixon Memorial Library. It was named in honor of Danny on account of the Hardy Boys being such a big inspiration to him when he decided to go the kid detective route. Somehow, nobody thought to check if Franklin W. Dixon was a real guy. Maybe they should have put Danny on the research team. I stumbled upon Dick kicking back in a study room with his feet up on the table. He was reading the Everly Heights Gazette. The headline read, "Opioid Epidemic Strains Everly Heights Police Force." Shame what's happened to this town. Can I come in?
Free country.
Keep it down, Dick, or I'll kick you out again.
Go suck a lemon.
Why, I never.
Sorry about roughing you up earlier.
You think you can hurt me? Fat chance. I was just playing it up is all. Since you just came back to town and all, I figured I'd make you look good in front of your boyfriend. Didn't even hurt none.
Oh, I could tell. I mean, I barely even tapped you.
Yeah, it tickled, actually.
Same old Dick. I think we can help Danny if we work together.
Why the hell would I want to help him? Dude ruined a perfectly good scam I was running out of Leroy's a couple months back. The old top shelf switcheroo. The point is, if Danny Chance was dying of thirst, I'd sew his urethra shut so he couldn't drink his own piss.
Charming as ever. Look, you said your truck is busted, right? My dad has an old pickup truck in the garage. I was going to donate it, but if you help me with Danny, I'll sign the title over to you.
Oh, well, well, that sounds fair for everybody then. I always said you were the brains of the operation. Shake on it.
Don't be gross, Dick.
So what is it you need me to do?
I need you to attack Danny. You can use the ski mask so he doesn't know it's you.
Like I planned it myself. See? You are the smart one.
That's what Danny always told me. I stepped out of the library and into the night air. It tasted like damp pavement and broken promises with a top note of Gaston's recycled fryer grease. They say you can't go home again, but they never mention that maybe there's a good reason to stay away. This place is a fly trap that tries to hold you exactly where you are. I'd made a deal with a man who might be the worst person I've ever met, and I worked for the FBI. Now Dick is my inside man, my controlled variable in a social experiment that will probably get my credentials pulled if the Bureau hadn't already done the honors. Danny wants to keep playing detective instead of becoming one. Fine. I'm going to give him a case that doesn't involve lost dolls or cafeteria cats. Danny needs a reality check. Tomorrow, the boy detective with the freaky good luck gets a visitor he won't see coming. If my plan works, maybe he finally grows up. If it doesn't, well, sometimes the best chance you've got is the one that leaves you with a black eye and a clear view of the exit.
Will the boy detective deduce the difference between a real threat and a staged dictastrophe? Or is Danny's freaky good luck about to run out of chances? Join us for the thrilling conclusion of The Last Chance Detective Agency, Thy Father's House, next week on Everly Heights Tales.
Now that was part one of The Last Chance Detective Agency, the case of the Cafeteria Cats. We're going to get into part two, but first I wanted to point out a couple little fun things in this episode. So Gaston's Diner, which plays a pretty important part of this episode, started out in my old audio drama, The Fakest, if you ever listened to it. When I started writing Everly Heights stories, I was wrapping up The Fakest at the time, so I decided to throw a quick reference into the Last Chance Detective Agency, namely Thelma serving the main characters at Gaston's Diner. I developed the character of Gaston for the unmade Everly Heights story Curtain Call, which you can find on the site at everlyheights.tv. Then I gave him a song in our musical episode, The Museum of What Was, which was a season 1 episode. I'll play a little clip of the song for you just so you can hear it.
So you brung me some baubles, trinkets made cheap, promising profits I'll never keep. 30 years strong, this counter still stands, built on grease.
But you'll notice in Gaston's song, much like in his monologue in this episode, he's all about not changing anything. He doesn't want to change a thing, which is pretty much his through line throughout all of Everly Heights. And Gaston's mindset here is something I like to call toxic nostalgia. I wrote a blog post about it over at everlyheights.tv. Nostalgia can trap you in the past by making it seem more important than it was. But if we don't reflect on our past, we'll keep making the same mistakes. So it's important to keep the past in mind, but not to the detriment of your future. We never change a thing isn't a point of pride like Gaston thinks it is. And as our story continues, we'll witness Melody trying to change things a lot for Danny Chance, because Danny Chance doesn't want to change anything either. A lot like Gaston, right? Okay, the stage is set. Now let's see if Melody's plan can drag Danny into the now in The Last Chance Detective Agency, Thy Father's House.
Everly Heights Tales presents The Last Chance Detective Agency, Part 2, Thy Father's House.
They say you can't go home again. But when you're 38, running a failing business out of your dad's driveway after losing your partner and fighting crime for the second time in 20 years, turns out you never really leave either. The name's Danny Chance. Yeah, that Danny Chance. Boy detective, freaky good luck, Parade magazine, and Marilyn Voss savant. For about 5 minutes in the 90s, I was Everly Heights' own pint-sized celebrity. Then the town grew up, but I refused to lose my boyish optimism. These days, the best chance detective agency is the Last Chance Detective Agency, a new name I came up with after a particularly bad fight with Dad, who you might know better as Everly Heights Police Captain Duplass. Last Chance Detective Agency. Kind of felt like my last chance to make good, you know? The agency isn't much to speak of. Me, a lawn chair, a chalkboard, and the creeping realization that $15 an hour doesn't go nearly as far as it used to. My dad hates me. My mom's dead. My partner in fighting crime, Melody Trainor, took off after high school and showed back up this morning looking to make amends. But I'm not sure I want to. Welcome to the Danny Chance experience. You picked a rotten day. And then there's Billy.
Is that Danny Chance I see?
Billy Belly, we used to call him. Back in high school when making fun of somebody's weight was how you made yourself look better. He goes by Billy Free now. One day, back in the 90s, I kinda saved his life with my detective skills.
Mrs. Armstrong put antifreeze in Billy's pie to make sure her son Dick won the contest. Since antifreeze is a rare poison that tastes sweet, Billy didn't notice.
Oh, my guts. I thought the glazed caramelized really quick.
Since then, he's been my #1 customer. If so much as a croissant goes missing from his bakery, you can bet Billy Belly will be standing in my driveway with $20 and lunch, usually a muffin from his shop. Billy's grandfathered in on my 90s rates. Call it a Friends of Danny Chance discount.
Is that Danny Chance I see?
Good to see you, Billy.
Danny, you've saved the free family sweet shop yet again. How can I ever repay you?
Billy, you already paid me when you hired me yesterday. But I'd take a free cookie slush the next time I'm in town as an advance on your next case.
Oh, heck. After finding out who pilfered the cream I needed for a big catering gig in Cleveland this weekend, you can have 2.
Billy was a great guy, but maybe too optimistic sometimes. Makes him easy to take advantage of. You've got to quit hiring ex-cons. It's no wonder you have so many cases for me, like that apple-bottom guy you hired. He was in jail for years.
Danny, they're people with obvious flaws, just like you and me. All they need is for somebody to give them a chance, you know? If I have the power to give them that chance, well, why wouldn't I?
And that's what makes you Billy Free. You'd lend your killer an apron to clean up your blood.
Everybody's struggling with something, so we've got to help each other out wherever we can, you know?
I'd expect nothing less, Billy. I'll stop by for that cookie slush soon.
2, remember? Night, Danny.
As Billy walked down the driveway to the street, he passed my estranged crime-fighting partner coming up. Due to the fact that Billy was less rotund and more buff these days, he took her by surprise. I could hear the whole thing, but I tried not to snoop. For once.
Melody? Melody Trainor? Wow.
Do I know you? I feel like...
Are you telling me you don't remember the antifreeze / blueberry pie eating champion of 1994?
Billy Belly?
Just Billy Free now.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've just always called you Billy Belly.
Well, you know, it's fine. A lot of people still call me that. Usually when they're trying to scam a free muffin.
Look, we'll have to catch up, but he's closing.
And once the Last Chance Detective Agency closes shop, nobody's seen Danny Chance until morning. Same as it ever was. Tell you what, Melody, stop by the Free Family Sweet Shop and I'll give you a sample. It's in our slogan even. The first one is always free.
As a former FBI agent who worked closely with the DEA, I have some issues with that promotion. But I'll take you up on it.
You'd better. Great to see you, Mel. Take care.
We're closed. The Biker Mice from Mars reboot starts tonight and I have to get ready.
I need your help. There's something going on at that old...
Oh, that's rich. You blow back into town, embarrass me in City Square, and now you want me to skip a show I've waited on literally forever.
I just always pictured you becoming a super spy or a corporate hacker or something. But your dad holds you back, doesn't he? After all the help you gave him when we were kids. After all those tourists who flocked here to meet the boy detective with the freaky good luck. After all you've done for Everly Heights. He won't even let you go on a ride along, will he?
He did. Once.
Stop waiting on your dad to untie the apron strings. Get off your ass and do something.
Like what? Not a lot of gigs for middle-aged boy detectives.
We're not middle-aged yet.
Agree to disagree.
Look, I'm trying to give you a lead on a case you're already working. My friend in the bureau tipped me off on a cat smuggling ring running out of...
The middle school cafeteria?
You wish. It's the old Chi-Chi's. Turns out there's a black market in Hollywood for fur coats made from real cat fur. They like the way they shimmer on the red carpet, the sick fucks.
Mel, if we're working together again, we need to talk about your cursing.
So you'll come?
I thought about telling her to buzz off, but something in my gut told me this case had legs. As much as I'm still very perturbed with you, I promised Thelma I'd find her cat.
and I always keep a promise. I've waited 2 decades for the biker mice. I guess they can wait a few more hours for me.
Yay! I love a good stakeout.
I sat back and watched Melody as she steered around the potholes in the road with an easy confidence. Look at her. 10 and 2 positions, checking blind spots without turning her head, a keen awareness of the cars around her. I don't know why the FBI fired her, but it sure wasn't because she didn't look and act the part. We pulled into the old Chi-Chi's lot. Melody turned off the car, and our first stakeout in decades began. Back when we were kids, a stakeout meant hiding behind a trash can with a bag of gushers and a Spy-Tech periscope. Now the stakes are higher. Sitting for too long is harder, but the feeling is just the same. With Melody beside me, even the most boring stakeout feels more like a righteous hangout. As often happens at our age, small talk turned to rumors we'd heard about common friends.
What about Bibby Bupkis? Did he go to college for broadcasting?
Yep. He flunked out, came back, then OD'd on heroin.
Oh, it got Bibby too?
It got Bibby. This opioid epidemic, man. It's weird. It's like I thought I was stuck in the 90s.
How does this happen in Everly Heights, of all places?
Drugs are bad enough. But the real question is, how did Everly Heights become part of the black market black cat supply chain?
What? Oh, right. I hope the guy that they have skinning cats shows up soon. According to my informant, he should have been here 10 minutes ago.
We'll get him. Just like old times. Maybe when your boss hears how you helped, he'll give you your old job back.
Nobody will talk to me after what I did, especially if it involves the Quakers.
What did you do?
I was put in charge of guarding a key witness in the case we were building against this mafia guy, Jebediah Albarn, if you've heard of him.
Doesn't ring a bell.
My snitch was high up in the organization, but he was willing to flip for a chance at a new life in California. All I had to do was keep him safe for 6 weeks until the trial started, which you wouldn't think would be a hard assignment in a federal prison. My boss called while I was on watch duty. Said there was a problem with the paperwork I submitted after the arrest. I had the documents on my laptop, which is in the outer office. I was only gone 1 minute, but that's all it took. By the time I came back, he poisoned himself. A prison suicide.
How did he get the poison?
Snuck it in, I guess. He was locked up tight, nobody in or out, and every inch of that place was being recorded. I shouldn't have let it happen. The one time I blink, we lose a key witness. I'm lucky all they did was fire me.
So, no FBI?
No FBI.
Just then, the lights flickered on inside the old Chi-Chi's. A scruffy guy wearing a ski mask stumbled out of the kitchen and tossed a big duffel bag down on the counter.
That's our guy, which makes those your missing cafeteria cats.
If that bag was filled with cats, they would have clawed their way through it by now.
I didn't think of that. Damn it.
Yeah, and based on how the dude is carrying it, it's filled with scrap metal. You can tell by his gait. And look, there on the bottom of the bag, that's soot. Like he put it down near a fire or explosion or something.
I forgot how your mind works. You just take everything in like a sponge without losing a drop.
It's more like a VCR. Wait, Dick told us his truck exploded. That has to be Dick.
Yeah, he's even wearing the same clothes he was wearing when we saw him after lunch. Those Hollywood cat crooks must have hired him.
Of course. He must be a real idiot to think you wouldn't put that together.
Why would he expect me to be here, now?
That's a good point.
I say the worst fighter circles around and comes in through the kitchen. Meanwhile, you wait by the door to catch him when he tries to escape. I call that move the last chance fake out. Then, we'll just throw the cuffs on him and take him.
Neither of us has any legal authority. We can't arrest him.
Maybe you can't, but as a deputized member and former president of the Everly Heights Junior Detective Club, I'm authorized to make a citizen's arrest.
We can't get out, not yet.
Something seems off about you. Do you?
Who the hell is that?
That's Dad's police car. He must have caught wind of this cafeteria cat conspiracy.
He's probably just on patrol or something.
The police captain does not go out on patrol like some rookie. If Dad's here, I think it's going down.
Great. Just great.
I know, right? I can't believe it happened in my own town. Then another car pulled into the lot. A big, shiny black SUV, like you see in the movies. Is that your FBI contact?
No, they aren't. They couldn't get here in time. That's why they sent me.
It's okay. I know what you're doing. You can't get one over on me, Mel.
Shit, what gave it away?
To your credit, it was a clever plan. The run-in with Dick earlier.
Don't you watch the news? Some asshole set my work truck on fire.
You and Dad being all buddy-buddy this morning.
They canned your ass, huh?
Yep. Ass sufficiently canned.
Well, help Dan move his shit so I can leave. He's going to take you out to lunch.
Our lunch where you acted, well, weird.
If I'm such a loser, then why don't I
did not say that.
Then why the heck did you come to my dad's house?
It's obvious, Mel. Dad asked you to help me lock Dick up to prove I'm ready to join the FBI. My clients always called me Nostradamus. I had this freakish knack for predicting exactly how a case would end before the first witness finished their statement. The problem was, I'd get the how of it completely sideways. I'd nail the identity of the thief, but I'd swear they stole the jewels to pay off a gambling debt when they really just wanted to sell them. Maybe my wires just got crossed wrong somewhere along the way. When I'm looking at the facts, I have a habit of choosing the version of events where people have a reason for the things they do, even the bad things. When I'm wrong about the how, like now, it's usually because I'm looking for the best in people, even when it isn't there. Dad asked you to help me lock Dick up to prove I'm ready to join the FBI.
Oh, Danny, I didn't mean to make you think.
Look, Dad. I watched Dad get out of his car, hand on his firearm. After he took a quick look around, he relaxed and flashed a thumbs up to the SUV. The driver hopped out, opened the passenger side door, and stood back as a man dressed in coal-black church clothes, sporting a chin-strap beard, climbed down.
Shit! That's Jebediah Albarn, head of the Quaker Intercourse Mafia.
Excuse me, the what?
The Quaker Intercourse Mafia. They run drugs, mainly heroin and fent, out of the compound in Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
They broke off from the main Quakers about 15 years ago after running game behind the scenes for years. Those Jesus freaks supply every smackhead from Trenton to Detroit.
But what are they doing in Everly Heights?
Dad put his hand back on his gun and inched toward the Quakers. This was it, the kind of standoff where time freezes in place. I braced for the flash, the bang, for the inevitable gore. And then, much to my chagrin, Dad marched over to Jebediah Albarn and gave him a big bear hug. So, to be clear, my dad is hugging the bad guy.
I guess, yeah. Ever hear him mention anything about the Quakers?
He likes their oatmeal.
Just then, Dick Armstrong ran out of the old Chi-Chi's waving a baseball bat over his head.
Not yet, Dick.
Huh?
You ain't taking my Hollywood pussycat money, you lame brain detective.
What troubles you, son? I see a spirit within you that delights to do evil.
Captain Duplass, have you seen your son? I was supposed to have a little talk with him about church.
Dick, you ain't seen the inside of a church since I pulled you out of the back pew at Tri-County Baptist last Christmas.
Well, what can I say? I felt like taking a bath.
They seem to be getting along anyway, like peas in a pod.
I wish we could hear what they're saying.
You know this man?
Yeah. He runs the biker club out on Short Creek. The Raptors.
So, he has a calling now, does he? I can sympathize with that. Would this be the same biker club that interfered with last night's drop-off, Donald?
The very same, Jebediah.
Shit.
It's always joyous when the Lord brings people together. Come here, son. I'm a good friend of your police captain. You have nothing to fear.
Go on, Dick. He's good people.
Listen here, Father. I can explain everything.
Let the power of the Lord pass through my hand into this young man's heart.
What the heck is he doing to Dick? We should help.
We most definitely should not.
Hey, Pops! How's about you let go of me? I got a thing about being touched. Namely, that when you touch me, I touch back. Hard. Shit, man! Stop it with the squeezing!
I mean you no harm, son. It just helps me connect with your spirit. Now tell me, do you have anybody special in your life? Anybody who truly cares about you?
Hell yeah, man. There's my gang, the Raptors. We're like family. And then there's my family, of course. You know, my ex. I got 2 kids. See them every other Sunday.
Oh, to be blessed with friends and family. What a blessing to have them to recall in your final moments.
Oh, thanks, man. Wait, final moments? Final moments my ass. I got a whole lot of living left to do, asshat.
Through the windshield, I saw Jebediah grab Dick by the nape of his neck.
May God have mercy on your wicked soul and mine.
The old preacher was practically the Incredible freaking Hulk compared to Dick, with a twist of his wrist. Jebediah snapped Dick's freaking neck. Obviously, he lost the motivation to stand.
Shit.
What? No, why? You can't take that back. Why would he do that if he can't take it back? The Quakers in the parking lot leaned over Dick's broken body, but they headed our way when they heard me freaking out in the truck. What the heck, man?
You, in the truck. Get out with your hands up.
Dad, why is he helping those crooks?
Shit, hold on.
Kelsey Abernathy, will you marry me?
Lester, oh my God, how did you afford this?
My boss at the bakery gave me a big raise.
You've only been working there a week.
What can I say? Billy Free has a soft spot for ex-cons.
Oh, that's sweet. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you about some things. I think we need some...
Watch out! Jeez!
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Oh, Lester.
After almost killing that couple, Melody barreled ahead in her dad's truck. She had to keep her foot on the gas, because frankly, my dad was right up our... Sorry, that narration almost got away from me.
I think you hit somebody.
No, they jumped out of the way, I think.
My dad was gaining on us, but Melody cut the wheel and sent us down an old service road like an old pro. It didn't stop Dad, of course, but it bought us some time. Or did it?
Mel, you gotta stop. This is a dead end.
We're really in the shit now. Are you with me, Danny?
I'm with you.
Quick, in the back seat, grab the flashlight out of my bag.
Got it. Now what?
This driveway leads out to Rowan's apple orchard. In a second, I'll turn off the headlights. When I tell you, turn on the flashlight and chuck it out the window. With all this dust in the air, your dad will think we broke down. By the time he realizes his mistake, we'll be back out on the main road. Ready?
Ready.
She turned off the headlights. The truck practically disappeared in the dust.
This might just work, Mel. Watch out for that deer!
Got it.
Melody cranked the wheel. The car fishtailed, just missing the deer. Then the deer changed its mind and jumped away. One of Dad's tires grabbed a hunk of loose dirt by the ditch. And that's all it took.
Ah!
Holy shit!
Don't cuss. Nice driving.
Thanks.
Wait. Dad. He might be hurt.
He was sort of trying to kill us.
He's still my dad.
See anything?
Nope. I sure could use that flashlight you had me chuck out the window.
As we got close, I could see down into the ditch where Dad wrecked his cruiser. The driver's side door was hanging open. Dad wasn't in the seat.
Oh no! He fell out. He's trapped under there. We have to... Stop in the name of the law.
Shit! I'm supposed to sell this thing. Still want to check on him?
No, he seems fine. We need to talk.
I know. I'll head up to the cemetery.
The cemetery on top of the hill is used by the locals for 3 things: smoking grass, making out, and having serious conversations. It's a great spot with a great view of the hospital. You just have to make peace with all the gravestones.
I need to tell you something.
What? That you hired Dick to show me what real police work is like? Or that you never had an actual lead on Thelma's missing cat?
What was the big clue?
I had my suspicions when I realized Dick's cat bag was empty. But you gave yourself away when Dick ran out of the Chi-Chis.
Not yet, Dick.
I thought I was inner monologuing. I really did. It can happen when you narrate your own life as it happens.
And it might have worked, but you never expected that Quaker to show up and spoil your scheme. Well, them and my dad, duh.
There's that old Danny I remember. Of course you figured it out. God, what was I thinking? You must hate me.
It was nice what you were trying to do. My dad, on the other hand, like, what the heck? How could he work with those Quaker crooks?
So, what do you want to do?
Well, my dad runs the police, so we can't go to them. We'll need to bring in some outside help. What about your FBI buddies?
They won't talk to me, especially if it involves the Quakers.
So no FBI?
No FBI.
Then I guess we'll just have to tackle this case ourselves. It'll be like old times. Danny Chance, the boy detective with the freaky good luck, and Melody Trainor, his bodyguard with the iron fists.
You can't be serious. You don't fuck with the Quaker Intercourse Mafia. And I know I cussed, and I'm sorry, but this is all so fucked up.
Come on, Mel. Wouldn't it be nice to work a case together again, from start to finish?
Hell no. Well, like you said, cracking this Quaker case could help me get back into the FBI's good graces.
See, it's a good idea.
But what about you? I mean, you live with your dad, and he's wrapped up in all this.
I doubt he recognized an old truck that has been stashed in your parents' garage for 20 years. I mean, this thing doesn't even have plates.
I knew I forgot something this morning.
Point is, he had no idea it was us. If I play it cool, I'll be there, watching, waiting for him to slip up.
You sure you're up for this? Playing friendly with your dad? Knowing what you know?
I've been on the outs with Dad since high school. Flying under the radar at home is second nature to me now. So, what do you say? Want to join the Last Chance Detective Agency?
Hell yeah, I would.
I need some serious help here, and you're just the man for the job.
Even though I'm a girl. Let's shake on it.
Ew, spit. Did you really have to spit in your hand? Let's just verbally shake on it. Shake. We aren't kids anymore, you know.
No shit.
The next morning at the Duplass house was interesting. I saw Dad walking out to the mailbox to get the paper from my bedroom window in the attic. Let's see today's headlines. Local hoodlum dies in freak Chi-Chi's accident. Good. Now where's Dan? I tried to make it to the kitchen to grab some coffee and get out of the house before Dad got dressed. But it didn't time out right. Dan! You're gonna love this. Your old nemesis, Dick Armstrong, is dead. After all these years, he finally got what was coming to him. It took everything I had not to clock him right then and there. But I had the investigation to consider. What's wrong? I thought you'd be excited. I'm just confused, I guess. I ran into him yesterday. He seemed fine. Well, fine for Dick, I guess. Oh. When did you see him? When I took Melody out for lunch, like you told me to. He was hassling us, like always. What happened to him? The paper says he fell off the old Chi-Chi's. Dumbass busted his neck. He had dope on him, too. Sad, but good that he's off the streets. I'm thankful I never had to worry about any of this bullshit with you. Sure, you might be a loser, but at least I can trust you to stay safe. If anything ever happened to you, I swear your mom would crawl out of her grave and kill me herself. Yeah, she sure would, Dad. God, your mom. Look at our family pictures on the wall. A happy little family. I guess it's just a happy little family of two now, son? My office hours are starting. Where are your keys? I'll move your car for you to make up for yesterday. I left it at the station for its quarterly maintenance. Officer Ross is picking me up. Dan. Yeah, Dad? I know. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I know it's hard without your mother. She always watched out for you, despite your situation. Just remember, even if we don't get along all the time, I'm still your dad. You can talk to me about anything. I know, Dad. You too. And so, despite nearly having a heart attack talking to Dad, I went out to set up shop. Just as I was sitting down in my chair, Melody came up the driveway. And she looked awesome. She was wearing the exact same outfit I remember her wearing on dozens of cases back in our glory days. Baggy overalls with one side down and a tank top underneath.
Hi, Mr. Chance. Is this where I clock in for my first day back in the big leagues?
Whoa, is that?
The same outfit I wore the day of the blueberry pie eating contest? Yep. Still fits too. And it has fucking pockets. Oh, I'll try to be better about cussing.
Frankly, my dear Melody, I don't give a shit about the cussing. We've got bigger problems, like...
Watch out for rain, Chance.
More like hail.
That doesn't make sense, Ralphie.
I mean, 'cause like a spitball is harder than rain.
Shut up and let me do the talking for once.
Seriously, a spitball. Freaking raptors, man.
Will your mommy let you come out to play?
Ain't his mommy dead, Ralphie?
Yeah, must have forgot.
Like hell you did. You want to fuck with Danny Chance? You got to go through me.
Whoa, honey.
Watch it.
It ain't like that.
We need your help.
What is it this time? Somebody pee on your Harley again?
We want you to find out who killed Dickie.
Killed him? But the news said it was an accident.
They found this in his pocket.
Potts tossed me a warm Bible with specks of blood on the cover.
You know Dickie. Only use he had for Bibles was rolling up a joint when he ran out of papers.
Yeah, and he just had me buy him a pack of papers the other night. Something's fishy.
And I thought I had freaky good luck. Good news, guys. We're already on the case.
Hey, boss. Can I talk to you over here for a second?
Sure. Hang on, guys. You're going to love what I have to say.
Dumbass, you were about to give away our whole plan.
Why would I charge them to work a case we're already working?
Danny, we're undercover, which means you're going to need a cover story while we're investigating your dad and the Quakers. These guys just walked up and handed us one.
Aha! And if anybody gets suspicious, we just say we're working for the Raptors. Mel, you're a genius. Good news, guys. We'll take the case. It's $15 and...
Danny, don't forget about me. Guys, we've adjusted our rate due to new staffing costs and inflation.
Inflation.
Our new rate is $50 an hour.
50 flippin' bucks. That's a little too...
To find out who killed Dickie, I'd pay triple that.
Quadruple even.
That ain't a thing.
Sounds like we've got a deal then. Never fear, the last chance...
Oh, can we say it together since we're a team again and everything?
Sure. Ready? The Last Chance Detective Agency is on the case.
Just how deep does the Quaker intercourse mafia run in Everly Heights? Can two former friends go undercover without blowing their cover? And when the case begins at home, will Danny choose the truth or his father? You'll have to wait to find out on the Last Chance Detective Agency.
Okay, you've done it. You've made it through the full Danny Chance experience. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to give a big thank you to the cast of this fantastic three-parter, led by my former Dog Boy audiobook narrator, Nathan Beatty. I love working with Nathan. It's been years since I got to work with him 4 different times in the past 6 months for this podcast. Great stuff. Now, if you want to check out what happens to Danny and Melody in the future, go ahead and check out the last Everly Heights screenplay over on the site. It's called Curtain Call. It's at everlyheights.tv under the stories section in the main menu. It's sort of a hodgepodge of like everything that ever happened at Everly Heights comes to a head in this story. It's a big, ambitious script. I don't know if it'll ever get made or if it'll get written as a book, but go check there if you want to find out what happened to Danny and Melody. It's a bit of a flash forward of the events that happened in this episode. Speaking of flash forwarding, Everly Heights Tales and the Everly Heights Project is done for now. I spent about 5 years on it to get about 2 years of solid stories told in the universe via this podcast, but it's time for me to move on. For now, anyway. I have other stories written and planned in the Everly Heights universe, but I'm looking for a new full-time gig doing this kind of thing for somebody else so I can relax a little bit and enjoy my family home life a bit more. If you know anybody who's hiring a media producer, video editor, writer like me, voice actor, do me a favor and send them my way. My email's bill@billmeeks.com. You can find all of my information at billmeeks.com. You can also find my resume and portfolio there. And as always, keep an eye out at everlyheights.tv for new stories in the world of Everly Heights. I wrote a new Facus book after not writing anything for 3 or 4 years, so I'm sure I'll be back to Everly Heights eventually. Just don't expect something right away. I'm going to close this out with my full video reel, just so you can get a sense of who I am as a professional and figure out if you can use me. Thank you so much to the actors, musicians, and other assorted creatives who helped me put these stories together for you. I couldn't have done it without you guys. It's been a pleasure telling the tales of Beverly Heights, and hopefully we'll be back someday. Thank you, and good night. Hi, I'm Bill Meeks. I've been a content and media producer for over a decade, we'll say.
This is Bill from B-I-L-L.
Bill from HTV Academy.
What's your number? Is it a big number? Well, FS Big Number is bigger, and that's a big deal.
I've worked with companies like AT&T and Hearst Television to build internal training videos and curriculum, as well as internal marketing and fun videos to share amongst the team. My most recent full-time position was as a podcast producer for a startup out of Tennessee called Gun.io. They're a freelance marketplace, and I was in charge of putting together the podcast every week where they would interview people within the company, other companies that were engaging them to find freelancers. But I edited it for about 2 years, and I think we did around 250 episodes.
How are you doing? How's your day?
I'm having a very good day. We got 2 deals signed today and then one last
I've been doing podcasting for a very long time. My first podcast was called The Old Wide Web. I had a couple other projects after that, and then I kind of found my rhythm with it for 6 years or so, doing fan podcasts based on and reviewing different TV shows and movies and things. Like we had one called Greetings from Storybrooke about Once Upon a Time on ABC.
Can everyone stand up for a second? Okay, I'm waiting for everybody. Everybody? Okay, sit back down. We're good. All right, let's go. Okay, so...
And Legends of Gotham about Gotham on Fox, where we got, thousands of downloads every week.
There, we infiltrated the GCPD. You'll pay for not being my friend, Jim Gordon.
Listen here, you pencil-neck dweeb.
We, had a self-sustaining business through Patreon. And, we learned a lot about podcasting, so much so that I wrote a book called Fan Podcasting, The Complete Guide. And I've worked for a lot of companies, too, like for Gun.io that I mentioned. I own the entire podcast production process. After they recorded using, we eventually moved to StreamYard to do the multi-track recordings. After that, 100% on me, except for uploading it to YouTube, filling out the description, and hitting the button. And at Hearst Television, I did a lot of internal communications involving podcasts, blog posts, and I think I ran at one point 3 internal sites for different employees in different divisions of Hearst Television across our 30 television stations. So a lot of experience in that arena. Bill Meeks from HTV Design, and I'm here with this guy. Is it Fabio? Is it Yanni? Is it Jennifer Garner? A lot of what I did too was tutorial videos, which is, sitting down with a developer, learning what the software does.
Hey, can I call you real quick?
Hey, do you want to write out a conversation like a 911 call or an audio interview verbatim? With FS Verbatim, making audio clips visual is as simple as filling out a few fields. Let's get started. And then translating that to where anybody walking in off the street on the first day on their job can follow it and get news graphics on the air. I also create a lot of my own serialized audio content, including my podcast, my current podcast, Everly Heights Tales, which is an anthology audio drama. I understand both the creative side of things, writing the scripts and getting the talent together, and, the production side of things, coordinating the talent, getting all of my lines recorded, and then doing the final edit in Adobe Audition. I like to think that I'm technical enough that if I face a creative problem, I'm good enough to program my own solution for it. For example, a couple weeks ago on Everly Heights Tales, I did a puppet show. I didn't want to do green screen because that can be a little especially if you don't have great lighting, but I wanted to have a background that I could change out for different scenes. So I programmed my own web app to basically take in any image and put a 90s television screen sort of effect on it. And then I use that as my background. So it gives the image a lot of depth because you see this background with like a kitchen going off in the distance. But at the same time, it's active because it has that TV overlay effect.
Hello? Hola? Howdy.
Hi, Mr. Matheson.
Oh, well, what seems to be the trouble, Richard? Well, besides the obvious.
Storytelling that moves people, content that serves a mission larger than entertainment, and media built around genuine human connection. I think in every piece of fictional and non-fictional content I've ever made, human connection is always at the heart of it. And if you have that human connection, it'll let you connect with your audience. And again, I'm great at making workflows, doing cross-functional production, mixed media production.
Hey kids, it's your old pal, Lester Applebottom, yeah!
And I have a decade of podcast experience ready to be applied at a higher level of scale and impact. I also just love making content at almost every stage of the process, and I love working with creative collaborators. Now, if you want to find out more about me, my personal website is billmeeks.com. My big creative project for the past few years has been Everly Heights, which you can find at everlyheights.tv. And if you want to check out some of my videos, you can go over to youtube.com/@BillMeeksLA. Thank you so much.